We've got yet another example of egregious media bias in Seattle. This one, however, is truly embarrassing. Welcome to the Jason Rantz Show, presented by None Better Tax Resolution. During the Independence Day long weekend, a group of left-wing activists from Urban Family blocked traffic on I-5 in order to, in the words of Fox 13 News, take a stand against gun violence. Now, blocking I-5 traffic on a holiday weekend isn't actually taking a stand against gun violence. It's actually breaking the law to feed one's narcissism. That if the world doesn't listen to these activists, people are going to continue to die from gun violence. This is actually a pretty straightforward story. At least I think so. It should be. You explain what's happening. You quote one of the self-righteous activists. Then you offer a voice critical of the tactic, since, get this, blocking traffic has never changed anyone's view on any issue. If anything, it just alienates them. But Fox 13 reporter Alejandra Guzman decided to post a video press release advocating for the tactic and the organization, all at the expense of journalistic integrity.
This traffic jam is unlike any other. The usual frustration and impatience are replaced by a collective sense of purpose, ending gun violence in our community.
Hundreds, if not thousands of people were stuck in traffic, and instead of frustration and impatience, there was a collective sense of purpose. Really? We're really supposed to believe that? Who's naive enough to believe that? You're stuck a half mile back trying to get to work or see family members. You've got no clue what's actually causing the traffic jam, but because Alejandra Guzman supports the cause, you're supposed to as well. There's not a single critical voice featured in this press release masked as a news report, not a single one. And not only does the entire piece support the activist group, it ends up with a pitch to join in on their activism.
This was just the first step, creating awareness. Urban Family and its partners are dedicated to make change. You can connect with them. We posted the links on our website, fox13seattle.com. Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.
Now, how in the world this piece got greenlit is anyone's guess. But anyone who had anything to do with this piece should be embarrassed by it. Now, to be clear, this wasn't the only press release reporting on the protest. King 5 did a similarly embarrassing job promoting the event instead of actually just covering it. We all deserve better. Look, you can support this group and their cause. I've never heard of them until last week. And their stunt, by the way, doesn't make me support them. It makes me less likely to. But this tactic of blocking traffic, no matter what the cause is, deserves at least some criticism from voices. Guzman very clearly and obviously didn't look for any. Yet, does anyone think if a whole bunch of pro-life activists blocked traffic that it would get this kind of treatment? Of course not. It's not the right cause. The intent of this Fox 13 piece was advocacy. Now look, there's room for advocacy journalism, so long as you label it such. In this case, it was dressed up as a news report, and news consumers don't benefit from it, nor will the driver stuck in traffic during the next activist stunt by a group that hopes they have a cause that Seattle's left-wing media members are going to support and promote. I sat down with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. Tell me a little bit about the Fresh Start program, because again, based on how it's promoted, it seems really, really simple.
This Fresh Start program and that phrase has been around for many, many, many years now. But it's a great marketing tool to say, hey, fresh start. And in a way, for those that qualify, it is. What it essentially is an offer in compromise. And to get that, there's two main criteria a person must qualify for. One, they must have limited or no equity in assets. So generally, anyone in the Puget Sound region that owns a home and has for several years, they're going to have a lot of equity. They won't qualify. And the other is an income level. And that all depends upon your family size about how much income that could be. But both of those standards need to be met to qualify. Most people do not.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn of None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. 425-947-1967 or Google NUNN, None Better Tax Resolution. Did you like that commentary? Make sure you subscribe to the podcast of The Jason Rantz Show. Get it at KTTH.com or wherever it is you download your podcasts.